Welcome to Lions Live 365. I'm your host, Michael Ayers, and we are talking about Terrion Arnold and him being released today. It's one of those things that kind of hurts my heart, but the kid had to be cut. Now, you can look at this from a variety of different ways, but how I see it, the Lions had a hard decision to make because he was a first round pick. But when you look at the benefit and you look at the cons, you clearly see that Terrion Arnold is not giving you elite production at the cornerback position, and he has an issue off the field that is going to be a distraction all year long. Why would you stick around for that? You gotta cut him, and that's what they did. This is exactly what I expected. Now, if you wanted to ask, hey, why did they cut him after he received his bond? And that is a great question. What I will say is there was an outside chance. When I say outside, I'm talking about a Hail Mary chance that his high powered lawyer could have found a way to convince the judge that there was no probable cause in this case, and in that situation he could have gotten off. He could have avoided any further trial. He could have avoided any punishment from the league, and I'm sure the Lions would happily take him back. But when a kid says, hey, I didn't do anything to the coach, and he's like, and the coach goes out there, puts his neck on the line, and Dan Campbell, and says, hey, the kid say he didn't do anything, I believe him. And then you hear the pre-child detention hearing, and the judge says there's probable cause, and there's witnesses saying that he was involved. No matter how flimsy it is, it's still enough for a team to say, you know what, he's not good enough. This did plus there's outside issues. He has to go, and it made sense to me, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, if I had to rank him as a corner, is he a top 30 corner? Is he a number one on any of the 32 teams in the league? And I don't think he's better than DJ Reed on our team. I don't think he's better than Joey Porter with the Steelers. I don't think he's better than Isaiah Rodgers with the Vikings. I don't think he's better. But you can go game, team at the team at the team at the team at the team, and you're sitting there wondering, why would we go through all of that, all of that distraction, all of that circus for a guy that isn't good. He was trending bust, and we were hoping that that flash against the Cincinnati Bengals, in which he was doing a good job against T. Higgins, and that was going to be enough for us to say, you know what, he's gonna explode this year. He's gonna break through and be great. And I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that be the only flashes that we see in us dealing with a circus. Now, what should the Lions do moving forward is interesting because I don't believe that if it was an open competition, I'm not sure he would have won that spot because I truly believe Rocky Sin had the better season between him, Terrion Arnold, and even DJ Reed. Rocky Sin was our best corner last year. On top of that, Rocky Sin also got a deal for a reason in a summer we paid no one. So I'm sure that they like Rocky Sin. They brought in Roger McCreary. I don't know if he's going to play slot. Keith Abney was going to be in the mix. I think they were really going to use this summer as a competition for Terrion's spot. I thought Christian Mahogany's spot was up for grabs, and I thought all the depth spots for sure were up for grabs. That and Jimmy Rolder, Malcolm Rodriguez, that linebacker spot's also up for grabs. But when you look at everything, he hadn't truly earned and cemented his spot, and there was issues. I just didn't think he was going to be back, especially with the fact that we have such a high standard for when it comes to character outside of football and character when in the game. So the more you look at it, it just wasn't going to be a good fit for Terrion Arnold and the Lions. Now, as far as Terrion Arnold is concerned, as a person, I hope he does, win his case if he's innocent and move on and actually get back into the league. I'm not going to sit here and act as if there's not 10, 20 Ike Turners in the league right now that in boo bop they girl and they've been back. You know, I'm not going to sit here. If he finds a way not to make it, if he finds a way not to go to jail for this, I think there's going to be a team, whether that be like the Raiders or the Falcons or even the Eagles, that'll take a flyer on him. And if he proves himself, his season, I maybe not this season, his year and his career can resume if he is proven guilty. Shoot, we might even spin the block. Um, when it comes to the Lions and the secondary situation, I think there is one thing that really bothers me about the coverage. They're talking about Terrion as if he's Deion Sanders or Patrick Surtain. Like his presence here or lack thereof is not going to affect whether or not we go to the playoffs or the Super Bowl, anything of those nature. We are going to make it as far as our offense and our front seven can take us. The secondary was never going to be the strength this year, so I just don't see the like, oh, Terrion's going, what they going to do. I don't understand that at all. It's like people have lost it. They're like, oh, Terrion not going to be there. Oh, we gonna kill him. Like Terrion was there. You probably get some holders, some pass interference. You might fall down. You know, I'm also going to take this time to sit here for if you are a person that is saying, "Oh, and we cut Amik." Amik didn't even start all the games. He gave up more than 800 yards. All right, I don't. Amik was not going to be the answer. So please stop saying that. Please, if I can, this is my plea to the internet. Please stop acting like Amik was good for us last year. If you want to sit here and be like, Mike, you're tripping, I implore you to turn on that Rams game. I implore you to turn on either of the Packers games. He was abysmal last year. 5'9", not fast, not lengthy, no long arms, doesn't catch picks when they hit him in the hands. That he was not going to be the whoever was going to be the answer. Amik Robertson wasn't going to be that answer. I promise you, he wasn't. Okay, now the 2024 draft stuff and people like, oh, the 2024 draft is a bunch of busts. It's looking that way. But there are a couple of people that could save that draft class. Makai Wingo, if he can become a sub rusher for us that can really get to the passer on third downs, that's enough. If Christian Mahogany can stop being a scrub and stay healthy, I think that would be enough. If Ennis Rickshaw can surprise us, that is like my only hope for the 2024 draft class. I'm not gonna sit here and act uh like those are really high probability things. But remember, it's only been 2 years since we drafted those guys going into year three. Any of those guys could pop, and most of them were injured, so we don't know how good they are or how bad they are. And that's really all I see as far as the Terrion situation. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. And whether it's game day, draft day, or any day in between, it's Lions Live 365. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.